Namaste, dear friends, and welcome once again to Wisely Well Wednesday. At the beginning of this year, we took an overview of immunity and the 4 pillars that support it. By and by, we will be going into the details of each pillar so that when the borders open, our immunity is ready to fly off. The second Wednesday, we discussed about my journey in veganism, which supports the environment. And when we have a healthy environment, we of course will have a healthy immunity. Then we took a perspective of homeopathy and herbs towards immunity. And today we are actually going to be discussing 3 homeopathic remedies and 3 herbal brews to banish the monsoon blues. It's a nice rhyme, isn't it? So if you're watching me, grab a paper and a pencil. Yes, I'm a little old school. Or your smart, ultra smart phone, or any other thing in which you can take down a few notes, because it will help you banish all those nasty monsoon blues. Well, for the past few weeks, at least those of us who are in Singapore are seeing the hide and seek between rain and shine. When there is a weather fluctuation practically every day, what happens is that the allergies start acting up. So achoo, achoo, achoo. There is sneezing, the nose is running, the eyes are watering, and the head feels so heavy. Now we need to know what to do. Back when I grew up, before my mom dragged me to any clinic, she had a magic box. She opened a cupboard and out came her little magic box with magical little sweet pills. Yes, my mother was a staunch believer in homeopathy. And at that age, I would wonder, how can these teeny weeny pills do anything but a few of those pills and off went my cold. That's when I became a firm believer in homeopathy. Then she would walk into our Indian kitchen and open her spice box and brew some magic potion. Of course, I did not like those magic potions. They were so yucky. But magic potions are meant to be yucky. And when you drink a magic potion, off goes the nasty colds, the nasty coughs, or whatever it is that you have. And then she walked to her little balcony garden. Do you know, I grew up in Mumbai. We didn't have backyards nor front yards. We only had little balconies in which our moms grew up herbs in pots. So she went to her balcony garden and picked up some herbs and brewed yet more herbal brews. And yes, that is what she did. And I'm sure most of your mothers did to banish the monsoon or whatever other blues. Well, there is a silly video on what Asian moms do. And I find it funny, but well, Asian moms have had a lot of ancient wisdom with them, and it helped us tide through. So I want to bring that era back, where before we press the panic button in case of any allergy or any blues and say, oh my God, what's happening? Let us first look at our magic box, our kitchen magic, and our garden magic. Okay, I have created actually a whole checklist. When the allergies act up, what should you do? First, if you are in an aircon and if you don't work in a space like mine, which is centrally air conditioned, let's say you don't have centrally air conditioned homes, you are in homes where windows can be opened, shut off the aircon, open the windows. I can't tell you how good fresh air is. When fresh air floods the room, it takes away allergen and pathogens away. Keep a cross ventilation going. When the sun comes out, don't close your blinds. Open your blinds, open your curtains, let the sun come in. Sun is the best antiseptic that Mother Earth has. It dries up a lot of nasty things in the air. So let the sun come in. Second, go to your little magic box. Open it up In a while, I'll tell you which remedy to pick up and administer that remedy. Then get into your kitchen, open your spice box and start brewing the most appropriate herbal tea. When I say tea, it does not mean black leaves. It just means herb seeds. In a while, I'll tell you 3 herbal teas. Then, if you have a balcony garden or a backyard garden or a patio garden or whatever garden, walk in. Grow a few herbs which will come handy and brew something there. Wear a warm jacket or take a warm shawl around you. Keeping warm helps. Drink a glass of warm water with honey if you're a non-vegan, or jaggery or gula malaka if you're a vegan, and a lime. Then sit down, take some good rest. By the time, the homeopathic remedy would have started acting. Then, if you have a bunked up nose, brew some herbal steam. Grate ginger, boil it in water, 1 inch ginger for 1 cup of water. Boil it in water with the cover on the top. When you take off the pot from the heat, squeeze a lime, put the cover of the lime and take this ginger lime steam. If you have a slightly itch in your throat, or if you are feeling very, very congested, just gargle. What to gargle with? Hang on there a bit. I'm going to tell you the best herbal gargle you can make for yourself. You don't need any chemicals to gargle. Okay, so long then, let us grab our pen and pencil and understand which homeopathic remedies to give. And before I move on for lunch, do have a hot piping soup. It can be rasam soup, as everybody calls it, pepper rasam soup, black pepper rasam soup, or it can be a nice pumpkin soup with lots of garlic and ginger, or it can be a tomato carrot soup, whichever soup, but have something warm for lunch. Warm, liquidy, which slides down easily, and yes, don't forget tender loving care to your loved ones. There is nothing more than tender loving care which can warm up your heart and banish away any cold. So now, let's go to a magical homeopathic box. Now, let's say you or your family member is having incessant sneezing and a leaky nose where tissue papers are just coming in heaps. Though don't use tissue papers, use handkerchief, cotton ones. They save the environment. So let's say your nose is running like crazy, your eyes are watering, and you're all, like one of those ads where your nose is red and you really are tired of it. Allium cepa, ALLIUM CAPA, cepa, in the potency 30 can be your remedy. Now, when taking allium cepa, remember, if it is number 30 pills, okay, I hope I have number 30 pills here. Yes, I do. If they are number 30 pills, I hope you all can see it. If you can't, I'll put a picture in one of the comments. If they are number 30 pills, then you take 3 pills 4 times a day, which would be at an interval of every 4 hours. These, why did I throw away the pills from my hands? Because they got contaminated. I'm going to throw the whole thing because I put the pills in it. You never touch the pills to your hand. You take it into the cap and onto your tongue or under your tongue, because remember, homeopathic medicines are absorbed from your mouth or your buccal mucosa. Suck on them, don't chew on them, let them dissolve. Children love this medicine, so it's not a battle to give them this. Repeat this medicine every 4 hours for 2 days. If within 2 days you're not seeing any change, then the medicine is not helping at all. Either your condition has progressed to the next level or you need a change of remedy. So reach out to your homeopath or your healthcare practitioner because you may need some help there. Now let's say your nose is bunked up, it's blocked, and yet you're having a bit of sneezing and some runny nose. It's feeling a little heavy but not too much. Then Sabadilla, Sabadilla, Sabadilla 30 will come to your rescue. Sabadilla 30 is one of my favorite remedies because blocked noses are very common in Singapore. Again, the way to administer is 3 pills every 4 hours. Again, take it in the cap and onto your tongue. Let it slowly dissolve there. 2 days is the time to give yourself with all the lateral things like herbal brews, herbal gargles, herbal steam, right? Garden brews, keeping warm, taking rest, thinking positive, lots of tender loving care. Within 2 days, you should definitely see change. But if you don't, reach out to your health care practitioner or to your friendly homeopath. Now let's say the illness, as you have a tendency probably, goes into your head. Yes, your allergies act up into an allergic sinusitis, that heavy feeling where you feel as if somebody has put pressure on your head. Your eyes feel heavy, it's difficult to keep them open. You feel, oh my God, what is this? I can't even sit up. And that feeling where you can't even hear because your ears feel blocked, that is known as sinusitis, when your sinuses have got congested. And yes, a lot of people here have allergic sinusitis. At such a time, sanguinaria, Sanguinaria, sanguinaria 30 can be your remedy of choice. Same way, 3 pills every 4 hours for minimum 2 days to see result. Now let's say you start seeing result. So if you see 50% result in 2 days, then reduce the frequency from every 4 hours to every 6 hours. Remember, in homeopathy, we believe that when the medicine starts acting, reduce the frequency and take it for 2 more days. Now you see further improvement, let's say 75%, 80%. Now reduce the medicine to further, maybe 8 hourly or 12 hourly, and take it for 2 more days. So 2 plus 2 plus 2. 6 days, you should be fit and fine in the decreasing order of your condition. That means you should start feeling better with each day, right? So that's the magic of homeopathy. Now, alongside with the homeopathic medicines, what are the herbal brews? I had promised 3 brews. So begin with 3 seeds. This, my dear friends, is one of my favorite herbs, or one of my favorite, it's not a seed actually, it is clove. All of us know clove is good for teeth. When you get a toothache, you put a clove in it, clamp your tooth on it, and most grandmas banish toothaches with this clove. The other is black pepper. I've done a whole video on the good effects of black pepper. I will be posting it again, reposting it, and do watch it for other benefits. But today we are looking upon it as a brew to banish the allergic colds. Then, this is an understated, I can never overstate it. This little seed or nut, I don't know what to call it, nutmeg, zephyr, one of the forgotten magics in our spice box. Not only it helps reduce the colds and the coughs and the allergies during the allergy season, but it also helps calm the mind. Something we need during the pandemic, because more than the illness is the fear and the panic behind the illness. So yes, nutmeg is our friend. 1 cup of water, 3 cloves, 5 black peppercorns, 1/4 teaspoon Remember, this nutmeg has a cover, a darker cover. Open the cover, this is inside. Grate it. Quarter teaspoon of grated nutmeg. Pound everything together. Coarsely pound, do not put it in a mixie. Get a pounding thing, either made of brass or stone. Those are the best ones. Don't use any artificial things or ceramic things, because ceramic chips. Pound it coarsely. Boil it in the covered pot for 5 to 7 minutes. Shut off the heat. Let it brew for some time. Then pour it in a cup. Again, if you're a non-vegan, use honey. If vegan, gula malaka or organic jaggery. Put a little in it, maybe quarter teaspoon of honey or quarter teaspoon of jaggery or gula malaka. Stir it and give it to your loved ones with a lot of love and blessing. Believe me, this magic brew opens up all the nasal passages and makes you feel so nice in an instant. Now that's the seeds, the dried ones. But in your garden also, you can grow some herbs. This herb grows so beautifully in Singapore. It can get wild if you don't prune it, right? This is known as the Indian borage. It is the false varagarasi, false karpurvalli. In Marathi we call it ajwain ke patte ya ovachi pana. Then our most sacred, most beloved, holy basil, Tulsi. I have done a whole video on Tulsi as well. So do watch it and we will definitely repost it. And the Thai, the Indonesian, the Malaysian, the Southeast Asian, the Singaporean, the favorite of Southeast Asia, the lovely lemongrass. What you see in the supermarket is the stem part. These are the leaves and they are extremely good to banish all the blues. So take a leaf. One thing, why did I plug this whole thing? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the leaves, right, for my brew. See, all the leaves go for my brew, but I'm not going to take out the top little leaves. I'm going to put it in a glass and let it root. Those of you who are my patients or visit my clinic, children often get a little plant to go home and plant it, and they grow their own Indian borage. So this little stem will develop roots and is capable of developing into a totally different plant. Isn't it nice? So that's how we make our herbal brew. So 3 leaves of the Indian borage, 5 leaves from the holy basil or Tulsi, and about 2 long strands of the lemongrass leaves cut into 1 inch. Again, coarsely pound them. Boil them in 1 cup of water with the cover on the top. Why do I insist cover on the top? Because we don't want the essential oils from these herbs to go away. So they go right back in the water. Let it brew for 5 to 7 minutes. Then let it cool down. Let all the goodness of the herbs get into the water. After 2-3 minutes, strain it in a cup. Again, add honey or gula manaka, depending whether you're a non-vegan or a vegan, and sip it warm. Again, a great remedy to banish the monsoon blues. So now we have a garden remedy, a kitchen remedy. Now I had told you that we will talk about a herbal gargle. Normally when people gargle, they take salt and sometimes turmeric. That's a great way to gargle. That's creating a hyperosmotic salt solution to help relieve throat pains. But I'm going to tell you something which not only helps the throat but also the nose and even the vocal cords. So those of you who are singers or who are in a singing profession or a profession which needs to use their voice, for them this is a great remedy. I asked a question last time and a lot of you had answered, given the right answer. Yes, I'm a bark an ivory barking cough. Who am I? You guessed it right. I am the cinnamon. This is the beautiful cinnamon bark from the spice gardens of Asia, India. To be precise, South India. And the queen of all spice. I have done a whole video on her. My beautiful elaichi, the cardamom, the green small cardamom. So you open this cardamom, there inside are the black seeds. Don't throw away the cover. About 4 of these cardamoms and 1 inch, like that, 5 1-inch pieces of cinnamon. Don't take the whole thing. Again, coarsely pound. Add it to 1 cup of water. Boil it with a cover. Let it stay still for some time till the goodness of the herb infuses in the water. Now, open the lid, pour it into 2 different cups. In one and in both add Guda Malaka or honey, 1/4 teaspoon, depending upon whether you are a vegan or a non-vegan. Half of that use to gargle. And the other half, after you finish gargling, sip it gently. Your voice also will get that beautiful quality. So sometimes when you get a nasty allergy, it goes and settles in your voice box and your voice becomes hoarse or you're unable to speak. Or sometimes when you overuse your voice, like teachers, especially at the beginning of the year, the lower grade teachers, that is primary and kindergarten, where they have to scream sometimes to get attention in a big class, well, this is the remedy that helps soothe their voice box. Also, professionals like me who have to continuously talk to patients, or people like you who have to give presentations in the corporate world, if you feel that your voice is giving way, this is the herbal gargle that is best for you. So please do visit the market and fill your spice box with all these wonderful herbs. Not only that, do start planting. If any one of you wants the Indian borage rooted, I will give you. I have a lot of people who can do it for me, and we can have Indian borages in your home. Lemongrass, you can find it in the nursery, or next time you buy the lemongrass in the supermarket, just put those stems, few of those stems in water, they will start rooting. That's how I grew this one. Tulsi, you can find it in the nursery. Ask one of your friendly Indian neighbors and I'm sure they will give you a small Tulsi plant. These are 3 plants which can grow in a pot. They clean the air in your home. They keep away nasty mosquitoes and are able to make a very healthy magic brew. Now, do you have everything that what I have said with you? I'm sure you must be saying, okay, all about this we understand, but where do we get the homeopathic medicines? Well, if you want, for just 15 days, those of you who have watched my videos can reach out to me and I will give you any of the 3 stated medicines. Don't ask me any other medicine. Only Allium cepa, Sabadilla and Sanguinaria and 30 potency I can give only for the next 15 days, not after that. Why? Well, when you come, I'll explain why I can't give more. Or you can reach to any of your homeopathic friends or family. Or Amazon, iHerbs, and even Lazada have started keeping these basic homeopathic medicines. These are basic home remedies or home homeopathic kit. I want each one of you to someday have this lovely little kit like my mother had, so that you can handle those little quirks that your family gets on your own in your home. You see, in good old India, especially in Bengal, when a bride got married, she actually did take a little homeopathic kit with her in her wedding trousseau to her in-laws' house. On that point, here's a question again. What homeopathic remedy did a wise Bengali mom give her daughter when she first went to her in-laws' house? I'll repeat it again. This is a history and homeopathy question. What homeopathic remedy did a wise Bengali mom give her daughter when she went to visit her in-laws' house for the first time? Put your answers in the comments and please ask any other questions that you want to. But first listen carefully, take down your notes and be happy and healthy. Thank you. Have a lovely and free breathing week. Thank you.